All right, folks, Stephen Shaw, Manager of Communications and Customer Services at the National Works Agency. He joins me now to tell us more about the impact of Hurricane Beryl right across the country. Morning, sir. Welcome. How are you?
Hi. Morning, Neville. Good morning to your viewers.
Yeah, man.
Not too bad.
I hope you and the family and the structures are okay, sir. What have you heard? What have you heard? Tell me what's going on. Tell me the worst hit areas and what they are asking you to do.
Well, I tell you, Neville, up to yesterday mid-afternoon, I would answer you by saying between St. Mary and Portland would have been the parishes with the greatest impact based on the reports that we had received then. Right now, I believe that we will see the southern parishes from St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester to Westmoreland having a tremendous impact. The difficulty is that we got some information last evening because our emergency operations center has been up and running for 24 hours. We had personnel here in the EOC all night, but we have some serious challenges in terms of communication. As you know, we have a lot of the areas not having any power, and then we have connectivity problems with the telecoms providers. At the best of times, some of the areas we have challenges. It's worse now, where light poles are down and fallen trees impacting some of these JPS scope infrastructure. So as the day unfolds, Neville, I believe we'll get a clearer picture as to what has obtained or what is obtaining in the southern parishes, where I suspect we are going to be getting some very serious reports of damage. Some reports have started to come in since morning. I just got a report that the road from Orange Bay to Negril in Westmoreland, that's the North Coast Highway leading from Lucy into Negril, that road is fully blocked by fallen trees. We have areas also in St. Elizabeth, the main corridor linking Mandeville to Santa Cruz to Black River, that has a number of impediments as well. That road is blocked. So we are going to be getting more reports as the hours unfold and connectivity becomes a little easier.
Yep, I hear and understand your challenges, but from what you think or from what you've heard, this is not your first rodeo. Is this any worse than what you normally hear when things like this happen to us?
Well, it's pretty early still. We have had other events where the impact is in over 200 roads, for example, being impacted. To date, we have received over 100, about 115 or so reports, but I expect that the number will swell significantly before the end of the day. But up to this time, we have had about 115 reports. About half of those corridors have been rendered impassable, and the others have been reduced to single lane. Our technical teams will be fanning out into areas where we can, and more reports will be coming in, I'm sure.
Yep. How do you decide what to do and when to do it? Because I suspect everyone is saying, Mr. Shaw, we need this because I forgot there, and Portland saying we need this, and Westmoreland saying we need this. How do you decide where you go first?
So our technical teams are in each parish. There is a protocol. So we want to ensure that, for example, the road to the airport or to the airports, those roads are open. We want to make sure that roads to the hospitals, that those are cleared. Roads that lead to critical infrastructure that are relied on by the JPSCO and the National Water Commission. So where we have pumping stations, where we have JPSCO plants, we want to ensure that those roads are open, because personnel from these organizations need to have access. They need to be able to get into these places and try and get the services up and running for the entire country. Thereafter, we look at other roads, other installations to treat with.
And I suspect you start like from yesterday. I suspect as soon as it's finished, you have to jump and start moving, don't?
Yes, we have been doing it since yesterday. We started the cleaning and clearing activities yesterday, but of course, Neville, we have to ensure that not only our immediate staff, but those persons with whom we work, our stakeholders, the contractors, their staff, we have to assess situations and ensure that it is safe for them to go out and to do that which they're expected to. And based on where we are now, I just saw a release from the Met Office, so the storm warning has been downgraded to a watch for some areas. So I believe it is a bit safer for us to go into some of the parishes, some of the communities to treat with our response mechanism.
Yep. And again, I understand everything you said, so this might be an unfair question, but I'll still ask. Usually, and again, I know you don't know everything that's happened, but usually about how long things would take for you guys to kind of, I don't know if normalcy is the right word here, but to kind of get everything back to manageable level.
We set ourselves some targets, and we want to be able to provide at least single lane access within 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
And so where it's possible, where it is just us removing fallen trees and debris and the like, we ought to be able to get into most areas within this time. The challenge is usually where we have like breakaways, we have failed structures, either retaining walls, bridges, or the like. To date, thankfully, we have not had any reports of any structures being damaged, and so we hope that we won't get any such report, because structures tend to be very expensive.
Yeah, and I suspect finally, Mr. Shaw, that it's a multi-agency approach to all of this, because you would have issues, as you said, with the light posts and stuff. So I think, but I'm asking, everyone has to come together and say, all right, we're going to deal with this area. So we want NWC, we want JPS, we want NWA. That's how it works?
Indeed. And we're part of the national response system. We have officers. Myself was at the ODPM office yesterday, where the national center is. And so reports come in to the NWA, reports come into the national center, and the information is relayed to the different entities. In this case, where it's a road-related issue, of course, we get the information, we log it, and we respond.
Okay. I did say final question, but do the average Joe have a line, not necessarily to you, but to NWA, so I can call you and say, boy, Mr. Shaw, I have a little road wrong, so nobody can pass, and maybe you guys don't know about that. Can the average Joe help you out?
Yes, we do have some numbers, and we actually use Instagram to assist us, and Twitter. The numbers, Neville, if I can quickly find those that are part of the emergency centers: 876-886-7182. There's 876-886-7364. There is 876-968-0621. And there's 876-926-5831. There are some others, but for now, those I'm sure will do.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shaw. I suspect because of the nature of your job, you probably didn't get a chance to be with the family yesterday and last evening. So I pray that everyone is okay. God bless you, sir, and thanks for speaking with us.
Indeed. Thank you.
Manager of Communications and Customer Services at NWA, Mr. Stephen Shaw. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have much more. Trying to keep you informed. Heard from some folks in the Cayman Islands, and apparently they're having some challenges there also. But again, we pray that all will be well at the end of the day. So come, stay with us, please.